80-year-old grandfather saw his grandson get injured while playing basketball. He immediately picked up the basketball and went onto the court in place of his grandson. Just as the grandson was worried that his grandfather might strain his back, unexpectedly, the grandfather actually leapt into the air holding the basketball, preparing to perform a violent dunk. This scene instantly stunned everyone. It turned out that the old man was once known as the god of Chinese basketball. At the peak of his career, he was framed by his teammates. Ultimately, he was forced to bear the accusation of fixing games. At the same time, he was banned for life by the Chinese Basketball Association. It wasn't until one day 50 years later that his granddaughter casually took him to the street to try the ring toss game for plush toys. Only then did the world learn again of his identity as the god of Chinese basketball. The reason was that the granddaughter really liked the plush toys the owner had, but she had thrown hundreds of rings without success. When the old man saw his granddaughter looking so wrong, he immediately asked the owner to give him a few rings to try. Just after he threw the first ring, he easily landed a plush toy. The granddaughter was extremely happy to see this. The onlookers also praised the old man's skill, but the owner thought the old man was just lucky. Upon hearing this, the old man simply closed his eyes and tossed a ring. Unexpectedly, he still managed to win a prize with his eyes closed. Seeing this, the owner realized he would suffer a big loss today, but he still had to find a way to make his money back. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to explain it to his wife when he got home. So he pointed to his car parked a distance away and told the old man that he would give it to him if he could ring it. When the old man heard this, he thought to himself that there was such a good deal. For him, a ring tosser, it was simply too easy. So he picked up a ring again and threw it. In the end, the owner's car was also ringed. The owner was so frightened that he immediately knelt and begged for mercy. He claimed that he was just running a small business to support his family. If the car was taken away, he would suffer a terrible loss. Actually, the old man didn't really want the owner's car. He was just teasing him. Just as he was talking with the owner, his granddaughter received a phone call and learned that the old man's grandson was being bullied while playing basketball. The old man hurried to the court with his granddaughter. At this time, the opponents had not stopped attacking the grandson. They even used an elbow to make the grandson bleed from the nose. The key point was that the referee did not intervene in time. The old man accused them of using underhanded tactics. Even if they used these lowly methods to win the Super League championship, they still couldn't go to the United States to participate in world-class basketball competitions. After hearing this, the opponents mocked the old man. They believed the old man didn't understand basketball and had no right to lecture them. The old man also knew that arguing wouldn't work. It would be better to demonstrate the demeanor of the god of basketball. So he picked up a basketball and went onto the court. First, he had to teach that arrogant young player a lesson. At first, everyone was worried that the old man would sprain his back. The opposing players saw that the old man was dribbling slowly and thought he was just doing a square dance. Who would have thought that in the next second, the old man actually vaulted over the opponent's head. Then he flew toward the backboard. This scene shocked the referees and the spectators. They didn't expect an 80-year-old man to slam dunk. His dunk was even much more powerful than that of a national-level player. Just as everyone was overwhelmingly excited, the referee suddenly realized that the old man's identity was not ordinary. From his dunk posture and momentum, it could be seen that he was not an ordinary basketball enthusiast. However, the opposing player, in an attempt to save face, explained that he had just gone easy on the old man. Moreover, basketball is not a single-player sport. If the old man truly had the skill, he should play a match against them. At this point, the grandson and granddaughter were both very worried about their grandfather's age. If he played a whole game, he might run out of stamina and have problems. But the grandfather confidently said there would be no problem. In order to teach the opposing players a lesson, he decided to play a game against these young men. After the game started, the opponents deliberately set a trap to lure the old man into getting the ball. They planned to surround him before he could dunk. Unexpectedly, the old man had already seen through their scheme. Just as the grandson was worried that his grandfather would be hurt, the old man had already leapt into the air and dodged the opponent's attack. Then he performed another long-distance aerial dunk. Seeing this scene, everyone found it hard to believe.